stared at horses. They had no clue. Now the mixture of backgrounds here, the most common mixture you find here is Hawaiian Chinese, Hawaiian Portuguese, and Hawaiian Puerto Rican. Nowadays it's Hawaiian Japanese and so forth. You guys haven't noticed by now, family, we are a melting pot here in Hawaii. So as we cruise through Amanalo here, they say that 90% of the rainfall, when it falls upon this island, it falls upon this side of the island. This side is considered to be the windward side. Windward. 90% of the rainfall falls on this side, the windward side. Take a look at the left side, take a look at the right side. Take a look at the yards here. You can grow almost anything in your yard out here. Legally, that is. To the right side, you got bananas. Look at that. Bananas, boom, coconuts. Papayas, tangerine, mountain apple, noni, breadfruit. Ooh, to the right, boom, mangoes. See the banana stalks hanging in front of the tree here to the right, ready to be pulled off the tree right now? Look at all the papayas they're about to waste. Up top to the right side, a Filipino vegetable called malunggay. You guys see the name of the gas station here? Hele? Hele. Hele means let's go. When your mother would say hele, you would do it. When she would say hele, hele, you would sprint. It's never good hele. It's hele, hele in the backhand, usually. Take a look to your left here. I want you guys to take a look at this mural art. Do you guys see it? To your left? What you guys was just looking at is what we call traditional aloha greeting. Traditional. So traditionally, you wouldn't stand here and say aloha, okay? Because it's not L-O-W. And you're not going to stand here and just scream it out and go, aloha! That's not proper, and that's actually very disrespectful. Back in the old Hawaiian days, if you said it like that, you would be, in some cases, you would have been beaten up. In most cases, you would have been killed. That's how serious disrespect it was. That being said, traditional aloha, pretty simple. I'm going to teach you. Traditionally, how I greet traditional? Simple. I put my bridge of my nose to the bridge of your nose. I would say aloha. In return, you would take in my breath. This is called the breath of life. It's my breath to your body, your breath to my body. This is traditional aloha greeting. Now, I'm sure some of you folks are thinking about it, so I'm going to put it out there anyway. You might not want to try traditional aloha greeting as soon as you wake up early in the morning. You're going to get the complete opposite of brother life. You're going to go from aloha to aloha. I guarantee it. I guarantee. I have many years of experience. To the right side here is the Olomana Golf Course. This golf course opened up there back in the 1960s, but why am I pointing it out is because this golf course is very, very important to a local girl here who spent 7 days a week, nearly 6 hours per day, crafting her skills of golfing. Eventually becoming a professional women's golfer, and still is. Her name is Michelle Wee. Michelle Wee. As you can see, we're passing by a beautiful tropical rainforest. In fact, we are known to be the only state with a tropical rainforest. Our tropical rainforest is known for its diversity of many shrubs, moss, birds, snails. There is one specific type of animal that we do not have in our rainforest, and it slithers on the ground. Snakes, yeah, there it is. I heard it. Snakes. We have 0 snakes here in Hawaii. 0 snakes. Snakes are considered illegal because of our native birds. Now, if you go online and fact check it, which your purpose, I don't mind at all, you can do so. It's going to tell you that yes, we do have a snake here, and no, we don't consider this to be a snake. It's called the Bimini blind snake. They're actually from the Philippines, they're not from here. But we don't consider this to be a snake because it's the size of an earthworm. It does the same exact thing an earthworm does, just kind of cruises through the earth. So again, we say we have 0 snakes here in Hawaii. Keep in mind, family, we are on the island of Oahu. Each island has its own name. Our one state of Hawaii, on this island, city and county of Honolulu. Honolulu, not Hana, there's no H-A. It's H-O-N-O, Honolulu. This island here, Oahu, it's only 44 miles in length, only 30 miles wide, and only 112 miles all the way around. It's not the biggest island, The Big Island is the Big Island of Hawaii. Now come out to the left side. You might have seen the mountain up in the air to the far right, left. But on top of this mountain, you're going to see 3 peaks to the far left. Over your left shoulder. Back there, you see it? The 3 peaks. So these 3 peaks is actually named after the 3 chiefs that used to reside in the area. So the first peak is called Chief Olamana. Second, Chief Paikubi. The third peak, Chief Ahiki. These are the 3 chiefs that used to reside within this area. Olamana. Just out of curiosity, has anybody been to a luau?
Not yet.
So did you go to a luau or a luau? Luau? Alright, well you said luau, so okay, we'll go with luau then. Alright, so you went to the luau before. So how many people was in the guys' luau? Anybody? 50 people in the luau? What did you guys do in the luau?
Where?
What did you guys do in the luau? Roast the pig in the luau. That's one hell of a luau. You guys eat, drink, dance? Awesome, awesome. Sounds good. So what you said back there was a luau. So you ate, you drank, 50 people, you roasted a pig in the luau. The luau is a bathroom. There is a difference. Okay? That's why I said, man, that's one big bathroom because where you be roasted pig up. Man, I want to go in your bathroom. So remember, the luau is the bathroom. The luau is your celebration. There's your difference. Luau. So the difference between ow and ah. Now let's hear the imaginations run wild. So again, luau, bathroom. Luau, celebration. If you want to say gathering, you say paina. Paina is a gathering. Now the luau, some evils might have seen the women shaking their hips like 1,000 miles per hour. Isn't that correct? That being said, if you've seen this happening, this is not called hula. This is called Tahitian. Tahitian is quick, fast-paced from Tahiti. Hula, slow and graceful from Hawaii. If you guys are wondering, yes, I know how to dance hula. Do I still dance? Yes, I still dance hula. I teach my daughters. In fact, we just got back a couple of weeks ago from the Merry Monarch Festival. Have you guys heard of that? The Merry Monarch Festival, the hula competition, happens last week. That same week, every single year on the Big Island of Hawaii. These are team events, men only, women only, chanting, singles. And I'm proud to say my daughters, in their division, they both took first place. I'm very proud of them. It's a very fierce and very hard competition. You get to do group dances, duo dances, singles, chanting as well too, in Hawaiian. My daughters speak fluent in Hawaiian. They're all Lelo, fluent speakers. I am fluent as well too. Just a FYI, it's really hard for me to dance hula in my uniform. Wink, wink. Now brace yourselves, family, or should I say brace yourselves, ladies, women, because back in ancient times, the hula was only performed by the men. Imagine that. Hula was a man's thing, not a woman's thing. But this was up into the year 1778. In the year 1778, when Captain Cook and his crew, they wrote in their diaries how they have witnessed both men and women performing hula together. It was about this year that we can finally justify that the women are now joining the men. Which is an amazing thing. Have you ever seen the women dance hula? It's hypnotizing, I'll tell you what. It is amazing, man. Left, right, it keeps going, man. Love it. Between the years 1819 and the year 1874, many Christian Hawaiians considered hula to be immoral. Imagine that. In fact, Queen Ka'ahumanu, she made it illegal for anyone to perform hula in public. So what had happened was she was a Christian convert. So one day she got very sick and very ill. Christians prayed over her. She healed up in a matter of days, and was from that moment she said, you know what, I'm converting over to Christianity. This was back in 1830. And so she decided to ban the hula for 2 years. In the year 1832, when Queen Ka'ahumanu died, many began to just ignore her law and continue performing hula in public. But it never became official until the year 1874. In the year 1874, when my uncle on my mother's side became king, his name is King de Kalakaua. When he became king, he made it officially legal for everyone to perform hula in public. You heard that right. I said my uncle on my mother's side. My grand cousins are what we call the Kamehamehas. Those are my grand cousins. So what I'm really trying to tell you folks right now is, if you take me 500 years to the past right now, I would be laying on the beach right now, being fed fruits. I think about it often. 500 years forward, aloha. I mean, most of them. You can see how times have definitely changed. Now, keep in mind, my family is a very, very small branch on a very, very large tree. So I'm going to break it down for you real simple. There's different levels to the royalty families, right? There's Ali, the very top. Not Ali, right below it. Then you have commoners, etc., etc. We sit at the very low bottom. But that being said, if I took me back to those old Hawaiian days and I would be in the royal village, I just wouldn't be able to command my own warriors. I wouldn't have my own personal bodyguards or nothing like that. Wasn't high enough in the royal family, but I would still be protected. I would still never have to hunt for my own food. Nowadays, the royal family and most of my heritage and lineage is not really put out there. In fact, when you came in, they probably taught you 2 Hawaiian words: aloha, mahalo, and they probably told you the first store was the ABC store. This is a problem. I'm going to give you guys some staggering numbers. Hold on to your seats, family. There's only 1.7% of native Hawaiians that speak Hawaiian. You guys ready for that? 1.7% of native Hawaiians speak Hawaiian. Only 7% of native Hawaiians live throughout Hawaii. 9% lives in Vegas. 36% here is Asian. The reason why I speak Hawaiian, my first language was English. My second was Hawaiian. From my school, I went to a private school. My daughter's first language is Hawaiian. Their second language is English. The reason for this is because I never allowed my daughter to speak English at home. The reason for this is because they had one opportunity to learn Hawaiian through their father. And they had 1,000 opportunities when they left the front door to learn English from everybody else. They speak English very sharp. Their third language is Spanish, and their fourth language is Japanese. She doesn't wonder because my wife is Puerto Rican, Cuban, Spanish. And I've learned very well how to say yes, ma'am. Right off there. Look, beautiful view is going to be off the right side of the bus. If you guys are wondering about me, I'm 87% Hawaiian. I'm 87% Hawaiian. And you've got a drift up of Puerto Rican and a drift up of Chinese. Take a look to the right, guys. Let me see if I can help you get into your feelings just a little bit more.
Ooh. Beautiful. Dang. That is really beautiful. Oh, man. So cool. Really? Jurassic Park? Music? Really?
Probably guessed it by now. That was music from a soundtrack called Jurassic Park.
We know.
In fact, all 85% of the Jurassic Park movies were filmed on this island. 5% on Maui, 10% on Kauai. Now, some of you folks might have been here years ago, for instance, like you, right? You've been here like 20 years ago, correct? Do you remember when we used to grow sugar cane? Sugar cane was growing everywhere. Exactly. So you heard that, guys? He used to be here about 22 years ago as well, too. 60s, 70s, and 80s. So he's seen sugar cane growing everywhere. Our main industry at one point, this was the mega industry, sugarcane. Now during that time, when we grew sugarcane, we actually attracted and we accumulated tons of rats. Rats. What do you think we brought in to get rid of these rats, family? We never brought the cat in to get rid of the rats. Hell, the rats are like bigger than the cats. What do you think we brought in to get rid of the rats? Snakes? We have no snakes. The chickens would have been a great meal. We brought in the mongoose.
Oh, that's right. The mongoose don't play with
They
the
look like a
snakes.
ferret. We brought in the mongoose. And the mongoose did absolutely nothing. Because the rats are nocturnal. You see, when the rats were up, the mongoose was sleeping. They both had a different sleeping schedule. But I will tell you what the rats, excuse me, what the mongoose did do. They did climb into the beautiful native trees, climb into the beautiful native bird nest, and they ate the native bird eggs. A beautiful mongoose. Alright guys, welcome to an official beautiful tropical rainforest that we're cruising through. Enjoy the view.
Approaching Nuku Lookout. We are only a few minutes away from our next stop, the Nuku Lookout. Famous for its historic past and strong winds, the Pali in Hawaiian, or cliffs, stand approximately 1,200 feet above sea level. Nuku played a very significant role in Hawaiian history. It is the site of the final famous battle of Nuku in 1795, where King Kamehameha for the first time united the Hawaiian Islands under one rule. 5,000 warriors of Kamehameha charged up the Nuku Valley. It is hard to imagine that this serene, quiet area surrounded by rainforest is where the defending Oahu regiment lost their lives. This beautiful passage was once only a steep and narrow pass, and the only way to get from one side of the island to the other was by foot, and later by horse and carriage. We will soon be entering the rainforest. Enjoy the peacefulness and calmness, and get ready for the beautiful vistas of Nuku.
It's too windy for mosquitoes, so we ain't worried about that.
Okay, so directly ahead of us, if you guys walk about 1 minute up, this is the Pali Lookout to the right side. So walk up 1 minute to lookout. You can take photos up here, you can take photos down here to the bottom right as well. As you can see, it's very windy, so if you have any loose articles, this is a normal day up here at the Pali when it's windy. If you have any hats, caps, glasses, and shades, please hang on to them or don't even bring them out with you. If things are safe on my bus, FYI, I will always be around from near the bus and I'm always watching it. Now, before you guys stand up, hold on 1 sec. You guys are really worried about the things. My buses, I have 360-degree cameras. A camera right here, I have a camera on my wristwatch, which watches my bus too, and I can see it. So let you guys know. That being said, I'm going to say if you throw your boyfriends or husbands over the edge, supposedly to blow back up. Good luck, husbands and boyfriends. All right, guys, we'll do 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Enjoy your time.
Ooh, I'm about to fall. Oh my gosh. That's scary. Like, why is that? tall. The more like you walk at an angle. The further you go up, the windier it gets. I don't know. It do look like it's haunted.
Like doomsday or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
I ain't got no hoodie on here, do I? Nope.
So do you think on us?
Yeah, I got my wallet. Ain't nothing to steal. Yeah, I took my wallet with me. I don't care if he do say he got a 360 camera.
And someone said I would.
Okay.
It's a good thing that we got you.
Actually, the smart person. Spooky. The clouds on the mountains look spooky. You could tell Jurassic Park was filmed around here because it looks so Jurassic Parky. Right. Where they going? They got time to be up there?
First of all, that a little too steep for me. I mean, like, she about to fall. And that girl was about to fall.
That ain't right either. Must be another. Yes. And spooky.
It's very scary.
Look at the high peak of that mountain right there. Look at that. That looks real spooky.
I know, they look haunted, they look scary.
That's just clouds.
I know.
It don't even seem like clouds. We got to be up pretty high.
This is the part of the movie that I don't want to stick around for.
Because if the clouds is right there and we're standing, yes, we're up pretty high.
I mean, well, did you not see the lookout? You not see how high we was?
And now, yeah, oh, I didn't think about that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, did she not? Look at how high we
I know, we are high.
drink to drunk. Cause like, look over here. Look how high we are. We all the way from all that stuff. Like,
Yeah, we are up high. I didn't even think about that. Yes, Jay. We are up pretty high.
get back on that 79
Girl. Back on the 797 is cold. Cold. I blew away out there. Yes. That smells something. What you smell that? It smells odd. Whew. Greasy face. Is he holding out the food? Because I'm hungry. Oh, ew. We got to stop and get that. What you think is gonna be something else? No, I think that's all you get. So one little snack, that's it. I wonder how would it be hard to breathe once you get up there, like a hike up there or something. Look at the clouds. Wow. Dude, you just gave me some kind of realization on how far it was up. Cause look at those clouds.
And I told you, like, look at how far we, like, look at that.
We are up real high.